Alright guys, it's the end of the year, so you know what this means. It's time to look in our Spotify Wrapped and our Apple Music Replay and see exactly what we've been listening to this year. Alright, here are some of my recommendations. I'd love to hear your picks below. Now, I'm recording this in November, so it's bound to change, but this is just to give you an idea of what I listened to this year. So far, hip-hop, alternative pop, electronic, R&B, soul are my top. Scaring the Hose and Utopia are my only new albums from this year, my top 5. When we get into the top 10, we have Heroes and Villains, Unearth Unreal by Hozier, Call Me If You Get Lost, and The Age of Pleasure. Every year, James Blake is in my top 5. Shout out Salt, shout out Bad Bunny, shout out Channel Trace, shout out Big Sean, represent Detroit, shout out Remy Wolf, shout out Jid, let's go. Dumbest Girl Alive was my sicko mode this year. Modern Jam I couldn't stop playing. In fact, there's a lot of Travis Scott in my top 15 tracks of the year. Of course, my favorite albums of the year are different. Desire I Want to Turn Into You by Caroline Polachek is one of my favorite albums of the year, along with Scaring the Hose by Danny Brown and JPEG Mafia. Alright, shout out Perfect, shout out Lean Beef Patty. This album's pretty awesome, but what made it better was the DLC pack EP that came with it. And my favorite album by far this year is Why Does the Earth Give Us People to Love by Kara Jackson. It's skipless. So my honorable mentions this year include Chester Watson's Fish Don't Climb Trees, Esther Rose, Safe to Run, Forward by Jordan Ward, Carly Rae Jepsen's The Loveliest Time, and Multitudes by Feist. Obviously, we got people to look out for in 2024. Teaser Touchdown, Aria Rubin, Questbound, White Rose Moxie, and from Detroit, of course. And of course, Charlie Crockett, the GOAT. If you want to take a deep dive into more music, movies, and arts and culture news, subscribe, ring that bell, click here to learn better places to share music.